You know what? I just broadcasted. Are we?
Where did you broadcast to?
It's a good question.
Wow.
Let me see. Oh, we're on YouTube.
Okay.
It should be YouTube, Twitch, and Periscope. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm showing up.
All right. What's going on, everybody? Happy opening Sunday
And for some people.
for some people. Well, look. We'll start with the Panthers game. Panthers game just ended. Disappointing loss. But they played harder than you thought they were gonna.
I didn't say they weren't going to play hard.
Well, it was closer than you thought.
This is pretty much what I thought was going to happen. I didn't think it was going to be. I said it would be 31-21, but yeah, I mean they went back and forth, and they have a lot of young players and no experience coaching, and they couldn't close it out.
Yeah, they were right there too. I don't know why you're gonna hand it to a fullback there. Like you have
a workhorse. You gotta trick him.
I hate that, man. You have Christian McCaffrey, man. Let him work.
Yeah.
Let him work. Give him the ball. Like I would rather lose with Christian McCaffrey than my fullback.
Yeah, I mean they started the drive handing it to McCaffrey, and his first run went for I think it was like 11 yards.
Yeah,
and they were like, we're gonna outsmart him on this fourth down.
Yeah. Disappointing end, man. Like you didn't give yourself a chance to get that game-winning touchdown. You just that's not
honestly. I think it probably wouldn't have been that close if Henry Ruggs hadn't gotten hurt and out of the game. Because early on those receivers are running free.
Maybe, but you were there. It doesn't matter.
No. I'm just saying. Josh Jacobs, he had a great day. 86 yards, I think it was, in 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
So the defense definitely needs work. I mean, this is not the best offense that they're going to face. Obviously,
no.
That defense is going to get destroyed when they start getting into division play and whatnot. But the offense looks good. So that's why I've been saying all offseason they're going to be one of the most fun teams to watch because it's going to be points on points on points every week.
Yeah. So. Yeah, tough loss, especially a home loss, and if you have hopes of the Panthers making the playoffs, this is a game that you couldn't afford to lose.
Yeah, those are over now. Just about.
Yeah, I mean, look, everybody. I said it yesterday. Everybody's going to play sloppy week 1, right? So we'll see what kind of adjustments they make. The offense is going to be fine. It's about can the defense grow every week.
Yeah, the coaches really need to learn from today, and they need to learn that the offense runs through Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah,
because they spent a lot of today's game trying to force it to be all on Teddy and not really get Christian involved, and that's not going to work.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. But the other game we want to talk about.
This one went exactly the way I thought it was going to go.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't give the Ravens enough credit.
Actually, I did. I gave Cleveland too much credit.
Yeah, you gave Cleveland too much credit. I didn't give the Ravens enough credit.
I said maybe 17 points for Cleveland. No, they got out of there with a tight 6.
Well, look, I mean, a healthy Odell, Jarvis Landry, you have Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. I thought even though I understood our defense was improved from last year, when you have great players, you score. So I figured they'll put up a couple points, just not enough to beat us.
Mm-hmm.
They got 1 touchdown.
That's what I thought. And I put up a poll on Twitter at LBHT Show. The question was, when do Browns fans start talking about making a change at quarterback? Mid-season, after the season, or you think Baker's the guy? Spoiler alert: he's not the guy.
I'm curious to see. What Browns fans think of Baker. Look, we're rivals. It's whatever. We do a little trash talking, but it's not even to throw jabs at y'all. Like I'm just curious to know, do you think you can win with Baker? Because I mean, I don't know what to take from that game, man. Like his body language didn't really seem like he quit, but it didn't really seem like there was a sense of urgency either.
Well, we've been talking about him and saying that, he had a good rookie year and maybe he just didn't take it seriously enough in that off season and just kind of, he came in out of shape and just had a bad year, right?
Yeah.
And then maybe if he took it more seriously, dedicated himself to being better, that it would work out. I
Yeah.
think the reality is he's just not good enough.
It might be. It might be. I know it's the first game and it's on the road. But yeah, he did. I mean, he just didn't. He didn't look like anything. Yeah, he didn't look like anything. I don't know what to take from
Browns
that.
fans disagree though. I mean, the poll so far only has 9 votes, but 6 of them say Baker's the guy.
Yeah, look. Like I said, that's why I'm curious. Like, if I'm trying to put myself in their shoes, if this is game 1 against Baltimore on the road, and you just have a bad day, are you ready to say, no, I'm done with him? No, probably not. No. And you still might be thinking, look, we'll make some adjustments. It's a new offense. His 4th head coach since he's been in the league in 3 years.
30 games.
Yeah, in 30 games. Yeah. Yikes. So, yeah, yikes, big yikes. So, I can understand if they think, nah, just give him some time to adjust. But man, yeah, it didn't look good.
No, I understand thinking that because, I mean, sometimes delusion is the only thing you have as a fan. But
yeah,
and also it's not happening.
Yeah, and also they have a short week. They play the Thursday night game against the Bengals.
Yeah, and they're the left tackle they just drafted in the top 10 hurt himself.
Yeah, I'm not sure how bad was it.
They haven't said how serious it is yet, but like you said, it's a short week.
Yeah,
so they're obviously in danger of him not being able to play against Cincinnati.
Yeah,
which would be tragic.
Yeah. So
for Baltimore, obviously it's a big win. I mean, they stomped Cleveland out, but it's one of those things where you got to look past the score, not get too high, because I mean there were some issues there for Baltimore also.
Yes, so let's talk about that. While I am excited that we executed well, and Lamar looked like he missed a step.
Lamar's not one of the issues, right? But they struggled to run the ball a bit. I don't think it was a huge problem. I think they'll be fine with that moving forward. But
yeah, I think it was more they just kind of took what the defense gave them. Like they understood that they're going to try to stop the run,
and they're still adjusting to not having Marshall Yanda. Ronnie Stanley got hurt in the game. He had to come out. The bigger issue is they still could not stop the run.
Yeah. What was the total yardage that they gave up?
Let me check the final numbers. The last time I looked at it was 20 runs for 100 yards total.
I'm not worried about that.
Oh my God, Chicago took the lead.
Oh, did they?
I thought it was over.
Oh my God.
It's 27-23. Detroit has the ball with 34 seconds left.
Wow.
That is amazing.
We're watching the wrong game. Man, is anybody in here? Like, I'm looking at our feed on YouTube. It looks like it's flickering a little bit. I hope they're not seeing that on their end.
I don't know.
It's our first time using StreamYard, so
Ravens gave up 138 yards and a touchdown rushing, so 5.1 yards per carry.
Okay. I'm not too worried about that either. A lot of that came on the first couple of drives.
Well, but it came on the first couple of drives because they had to stop running because they were getting stomped out. You got to start.
Yeah, that's a good point. So, we got to make some adjustments there, and I'm sure they will. It's not panic mode. But the most important thing is they kept them out the end zone, and early on I was a little nervous because it was we had opportunities to score and drive stalled. We had that fumble by Patrick Ricard, and Cleveland started to move down the field, but they had that one touchdown, and that was it. They couldn't do anything else.
Yeah, I would. One thing I would like for Baltimore moving forward is to see the ball in Patrick Ricard's hands less. Yeah, so when they started out that 99-yard drive, they threw a pass to him on, I think it was on third down. I mean, just maybe don't do that. You have 15 running backs.
I like Patrick Ricard in that, he's in the backfield more as a blocker,
Yeah.
but also like a safety valve, like, a quick check down, because he can get you those tough 2 or 3 yards,
Or he can fumble it.
or he can fumble it. Yeah, look, fumbles happen. Fumbles happen. It's not a big deal.
They don't happen to Christian McCaffrey. They were just talking about that. He hasn't fumbled since week 1 of 2018.
Yeah, he's a good player. He's a good player. The wide receivers, Hollywood looked good. Hollywood looked good. He looked like exactly like I thought he would look.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of them, I mean, look. I mean, it's hard to look at this game and from the outside and kind of find flaws, because it was a perfect game, and you can easily write off anything in this game, right? Yeah. You can write it off and be like, hey, look, we didn't need them to really step up this game, but I don't know, man.
But they didn't.
Right. They didn't.
It was leaning heavily on Hollywood and Mark Andrews.
Yeah, Mark Andrews looked good.
Yeah,
he made some nice catches. Yeah, Mark Andrews and Hollywood, and look, those are 2 really good weapons they have. So it's not like like we don't have anything on the offense. And J.K. Dobbins looked really good.
Well, look, that's another thing. He looked all right. Right, he had 7 carries, 22 yards.
Yeah,
but two of them were touchdowns. So, obviously that changes the way you look at it. But I mean, as a whole, they didn't run the ball particularly well.
Right.
But it didn't matter. They were kind of picking their spots running the ball almost.
Yeah.
Looking at Willie Snead had 64 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah.
Miles Boykin 3 catches, 37 yards, 1 big drop.
Yeah, that was right there at the end zone.
Duvernay 1 catch, 12 yards on 1 target.
Yeah,
that was a screen.
Yeah. Wait, who was the first touchdown to?
The first touchdown was to Mark Andrews.
Mark Andrews, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
He got 2 of them, and then Snead got the 3rd.
Yeah.
It's like you said, we're going to see them in a more competitive game to really figure out what's going on with the receiving core. There wasn't a whole lot there today, but like you said, didn't need a whole lot.
Yeah, and we got to look at the schedule, because next week we play the Texans. That may not be competitive either.
I mean, yeah, maybe not. But
I'm not trying.
I'd like to think
on the
I'd like Texans. To think a team that talented will bounce back, but they are led by Bill O'Brien.
My problem is not with the talent on the team. My problem is with Bill O'Brien. Like, that team should be much better than they are. They should be much better. But Bill O'Brien holds them back so far, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we play the Texans. Now, okay, week 3 we play the Chiefs, so we're gonna find out.
Right. That's
a home game for us. But yeah, we're gonna find out. We're gonna have to pass in that game. Like, that's not gonna be a game we can just run the ball.
I'll tell you, man, I'm tired of game of the season early in the year every year.
Yeah. Like it. Yeah. Well, the Pittsburgh games are always big games. We played Dallas in week 13.
Yeah, that's not.
We played Tennessee in week 11. We played Cam. We played Cam.
Cam had himself a nice day today.
Yeah.
I'm still a little worried about the team now. Miami, I don't think is particularly good.
They have a good defense, though.
Yeah, they have a decent defense, but New England put up 21 points. But the problem was they don't have any receivers. They really don't. And Kill Harry is just as bad as I thought.
Yeah.
They had the ball on the 1 yard line, threw a pass to Enkil Harry, and he fumbled it out the end zone. but Cam is fine. Cam is back.
Yeah, I'm happy for him, and
so that's nice being a Panthers fan. Who with Cam no longer being the starting quarterback, but just knowing that he can still play at a high level, that's great.
Yeah. I'm rooting for Cam. Not when we play him though. So no, we got some tough games coming up on the schedule. Who won the Philly and Washington game? I saw Washington.
It's still going on, but Washington was up 10.
They're up 10?
Yeah.
Wow.
Philly went for it on a 4th down and didn't get it. Zach Ertz dropped the ball.
Hey man, salute to Roger there.
It is over now. I told you before it started. I told you I wanted to change my pick to Washington because I looked at that injury report and they were missing 3 starting linemen, and Alshon Jeffrey was out, and their starting running back was out. I'm like, they're not winning this game.
I keep forgetting Alshon Jeffrey's on the team. He stays hurt.
he stays on vacation.
Yeah, he's still really good though.
I don't know how hurt he is.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a tough loss for Philly though. And can I just say, I mean, I don't have anything against this guy, but every time I watch Carson Wentz, I'm like, man, he's just not good. like, in my head, I'm like, no, Carson's fine. And then I watch him, I'm like, no, man, he's not good. He's
You know
just
what it is
bad.
with Carson? He gets streaky. I think this
Yeah.
this is my take. And if you're a Philly fan watching this, you have a different take. Let me know. But to me, it's yeah, especially he's a slow starter for sure. Like you watch him early in the season, you're like, I don't see it. But when he starts to catch his rhythm and he has that good game, he keeps it going. He keeps it going. And, then he gets hurt. But
also goes on vacation.
He's a good player, though. He's a good player, but I think
I'm going to disagree, man. I don't think he is.
You don't think he's good? I think he's good.
You know who else is streaky? Ryan Fitzpatrick. He's not a good player, but he can play well in streaks.
Ryan Fitzpatrick is a survivor. He's a survivor. He looks at the depth chart. He's like, okay, if I can hold out for like 3 weeks, if I can give like three or four good games, I'll make this team. I'll be good. I'll get another paycheck.
Yeah.
But yeah, other games around the league. I'm trying to see who else is playing.
Russell Wilson was nearly perfect today.
Yeah, so he's another one. Well, they're starting to put some weapons behind around him now. What happened?
Yeah, the other game, Phillip Rivers already paying dividends, 0-1 against Jacksonville.
They lost that game. I know they're going to lose it.
They lost it.
What was his stat line? Because I have him on my fantasy football team.
I mean, he wasn't awful, but he wasn't great. He had a touchdown and an interception. But Gardner Minshew out there with 300 and some yards and 3 touchdowns. Oh, yeah. Phillip, 353 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. So,
okay.
He lost to the stash.
Yeah, Phillip is he's on the team back. You should have kept Jacoby Brissett.
Well, they did keep him.
Keep him as a starter.
I don't know why they thought he was worth $25 million. Again, they're another one of those teams. Carolina first, obviously. The Chargers, the Bears, definitely the Colts are going to be looking at it like, why didn't we sign Cam? He costs nothing, and he's way better than the quarterback we have.
Yeah, Cam didn't have a passing touchdown, and look, yeah, I saw some of that game. It's a struggle throwing to the receivers, man. It is a struggle. But
no, go ahead.
No, I'm gonna say like Cam's used to working with those type of receivers. I think the connection will get better, and he'll make it work. They're gonna look better than they are by the end of the season.
Yeah, this is what I said before the season started. As soon as they signed Cam, that they needed to call Carolina and get Curtis Samuel out of there. They're not looking to extend Curtis Samuel. He's not, a big time part of their game plan. He's going to be a free agent. He's going to walk. Send him to New England, get a draft pick, and and then Cam will have somebody to throw to. It's a win-win.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to get a 3rd round compensatory pick for Curtis Samuel. He's not going to get a big contract with the way his first few years have played out. So send him to New England. Cam gets a receiver. You get a higher draft pick than you will when he walks. Everybody's happy.
I'm gonna put this out here right now. Trade for Odell. I know Browns fans don't want to hear that, but Odell looked disgusted out there today.
Why wouldn't he?
Now I know Browns fans are going to say he didn't have a great game. He had that one big drop at the end of the first half. He could convert on that 3rd down. That was a big drop for sure. But when you're not in rhythm with your quarterback since forever, right? And he got open later on in the game. I mean, the game was already over, but you missed him on a deep pass. He could have walked into the end zone.
He would have scored.
It's frustrating. Like even in a loss, you still got to get in rhythm with a wide receiver like Odell. Like you got to find that connection, and Baker can't do it.
I will say it was a bad drop on that 3rd down.
Yeah,
it wasn't a big drop. There are no big drops when you lose by 32.
Yeah.
So but no, I can. You watch him, and he's not being unprofessional or anything out there. He's not trying to show anybody up or anything, but he just kind of looks like, why am I here still?
You have to be a player of that caliber, and your quarterback can't get you the ball. You should be sick to your stomach.
Yeah.
You know,
He
no,
had he had the one of the best starts to his career of any wide receiver in the history of football, and then he ended up in Cleveland with the #1 overall pick, and his numbers are going down the tubes.
yeah, I can see a trade by the deadline with him. If especially if they go out and lose next week, and it's just looking like another year. It's gonna be another tough year. I can see them saying, "All right, let's find a place for you to go."
Yeah, I mean, another week in Baker looks like that. If I'm Cleveland, I'm looking for a first round pick for Odell so that I have ammunition to move up and get my quarterback in next year's draft.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, we just want to do a quick roundup. We'll probably do a live stream later. I'm not sure if we're gonna use StreamYard later. I'm looking at the feed on YouTube. It looks like it's flickering a little bit. I'll take a look at that. If not, we'll send out links to probably Sportscaster. We'll hop on there. Although it might be the servers. A lot of people might be streaming right now, so
yeah,
we'll see what's up. But who's playing the late games?
Tampa, New Orleans, Chargers, and Cincinnati. And who was the other one? There was one other pretty good game at 4. Tonight is Dallas and the Rams. Let me see what we got here.
Okay.
Yeah, Dallas and the Rams is the late game, the night game. Cardinals 49ers are playing also right now.
Okay. Oh yeah, so yeah, we gotta watch that one. Yeah, we're gonna be back on here later. We'll be back on here later. You want? Well, we'll discuss it. We'll discuss it either after this game or these afternoon games or maybe the night game. We'll hop on. Maybe we'll do a quick NBA stream too. Talk about those Clippers.
I mean, ain't nothing to talk about, man. All I heard all year was, "Oh, they taking down the Lakers." You don't worry about Denver. What kind of trash was that?
I was shocked.
This wasn't a game 5 where Denver kind of, they were really fighting for their lives and just kind of, they hung in there and got the win. No, they crushed the Clippers today.
Yeah. I told you yesterday, if they lose game 6, I wouldn't be worried, but it's still one of those things where it's like, you gotta be better than that. Mm-hmm. But now I'm a little worried. The way they lost, like,
yeah,
you don't want to give a team like the Nuggets confidence. I don't want to get too much on the NBA in this NFL stream, but
well, you're giving them confidence and you're giving the Lakers another couple of days of rest.
Yeah. So, but all right, we'll catch you guys later, and we'll wrap up the afternoon and night games. All right, see you guys later.